It's time to get social this week as we continue discussing social strategies to ingrain your brand into your audience's brain. I am Devin Hers, and this is the DMC Marketing Nugget. We've all heard this before. Content is king. So understanding the world of social media is not easy. So we're going to bring on our guest again today, our lead designer and creative head here at Dynamic Marketing Consultants. Welcome, Joe ROWE.
Hello, hello, hello.
What's going on, buddy?
Same old stuff, man. Ready to talk some Facebook, some Instagram, some whatever you got on the table. This is more your expertise here, but I as far as design world goes and the social world, I definitely know what is appealing and what people can be looking for. But definitely, this is your world here. You've got some good strategies and techniques to really getting stuff out there and seen. So I'm excited here to have this conversation, to hear a little bit more what you have to say today.
Yeah, definitely. I'll hopefully provide some great nuggets for you and for our audience out there. And I think you said it at the beginning of you coming on, saying Facebook, Instagram, and whatever else, because it's so hard to keep up with everything that's going on this day and age with social media. We've got TikTok, Snapchat, even YouTube is such a growing popular area for videos. So first I want to hit on the social post in general. We all know that you got to stay out there. You got to continue posting on your social media feed. With our last handful of episodes talking about branding overall, we want to hit on some of the social media posts that we've done for Virginia Beach Boat Church, how that's helped them get notoriety in their area. So I want to share some insight on what you designed there first, and then we'll go into some of the strategies.
Sure. Well, we did a wide range, but just to show a few of them, we have examples here of this one just shows a representation of just trying to get people to understand its community, just kind of getting an initial message out there to let them know that it's coming. This was a pre-launch post that we did of just so people can understand why they're doing what they're doing, and potentially this post would lead to the about page or the mission page on the site. Something of that nature. Another technique we like to do is just take the logo and incorporate it somehow into some kind of clever visual post. Here, obviously, come be saved. So using the life ring and throwing the logo in the middle of it just helps the business itself start to be able to be branded, just like a McDonald's or with the golden arches, or a Target with the Target symbol. So this is now their iconic symbol that they can start to incorporate, so people can hopefully recognize them just by the symbol and use it in clever ways across all of their social media platforms. And then other than that, just taking the environment itself and that the boat church is at, like the sand, and just trying to use posts that give you the feeling of being there. As far as here, just saying yes to new experiences, being on the sand at boat church. So these are real just simple examples. They can get a little more advanced as, if we want to do, we've done other posts for other companies where we actually have templates made up where they can replace certain imagery or titles, things like that in the posts. So there's lots of different ways you can approach it, but like I said, really just trying to use the logo in a unique way, I find to be the most entertaining for fun for myself to play around with, but also seem to get the most hits on the social media. So.
Yeah, the graphics are extremely important because people are flying through their phones and the graphic has to stop them in their tracks. Then adding to that is your content and your caption that goes along with it. You're going to have text that you can have accompany these images. That's where you're going to want to have some of the information, some of the benefits of what they're going to get out of working with you if you're a business owner, what they're going to get from the church. If they're going to a service, what they're going to get out of that. So it doesn't really just stop with the graphics. It's also the content and then the call to action that you have in there. And I'm sure business owners that are watching this, I'm sure you've been frustrated. I know I have been, where I'll post something on my business page, barely get any views. I post things on my personal page. I get a lot of views, likes, different things like that. So Facebook does this for a reason. We'll use Facebook as an example, and of course the other platforms as well. They love making money. So they want you to put money behind these business posts so we get more eyeballs on the actual posts themselves. So that brings me into discussing ads. When it comes to really wanting to be effective on social media, you do have to post regularly. Try to get your audience involved and engaged and interacting with your marketing materials, but putting some dollars behind there. It could be even as little as $5 a day, $10 a day, just depending again on your goals and who you're going after. But those ads and putting those dollars behind it are going to get you seen in multiple places. Facebook business, you go in there, you put money behind an ad. It's not necessarily just going to be on Facebook and in the post. It could be on the side of your Facebook feed. It could be in your Facebook Messenger. And it also ties into Instagram because, of course, they're one now. So whenever you're doing any kind of ad spend, think of that. We'll go into demographics in a moment. Another thing, if you're throwing events, make sure you go ahead and set up the event in Facebook, because a lot of people have no idea what they're doing this week. So they use Facebook as a things to do reference, and they can find out what's going on during the week, what's going on during the weekend. I even see things now that are already being advertised for the holidays coming up. We're only in July, and things for holidays are coming up right now. So just think ahead, be able to get that information out there to your audience as much as possible.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts on design there, Joe?
Yeah, I was going to say one thing to just keep in mind when you're designing your ads is that there are rules and regulations to every single one of these sites as far as to how much content, as far as copy that you're allowed to put on the ad itself. There's just lots of things to keep in mind. Also spacing, how it fits, how it's viewed on the different devices. So just keep that in mind when you're designing these posts to make sure that your message is seen, but that it's not too cluttered and that it meets all the guides and specifications that the companies have put out there.
Absolutely. And now those graphics that we shared with you earlier, those are engaging, they're eye grabbers for sure, but even adding motion to your posts and video and animated GIFs, those are things that also will help your regular posts get more people to see them. Moving on now, I want to talk about understanding your demographic. Why you should design your social media post for your audience and not for yourself. This is something that I find in a lot of different designs, whether it's brands, print materials, that the owners of companies, they have something that they may like. I've been a victim of that myself, where I like something, but you really got to put yourself in your audience's shoes. Don't be afraid to show off your work to your potential demographic of people that you're trying to attract. Get their feedback, because you want to have things that are going out there that are going to be really, helping them out and helping your audience out. So make sure you know exactly who your demographic is and understanding your perfect avatar as a client. So looking at your top level clients right now, who do you want more of? What are they? Are they primarily male, female, combination? Is there an age group that you're going after? Are they in a certain location? Another area there to think about is the psychographics. Do they have interest in certain things? Are they into yachts and Mercedes and Rolls Royce, high-end type of things? Are they into, for our examples here with VBBC, are they into boating? Are they into going to the beach? So using those types of imagery along with very targeted marketing through the ads that you can set up, you're able to get people that are interested in boats. Even with this, Christianity was a big one too, right? We want to attract people that are into religion. So we were able to target certain demographics and psychographics. And then from there, we're also able to pixel, use a Facebook pixel. And again, I'm using that as an example. There's different ways to do this with AdRoll, with Google, to where if someone goes to your website, it doesn't stop there. You spent money to get them to the website from a social media ad. Well, now if you have a pixel on your website, all the algorithms are starting to pick up all these people that are visiting your website, which allows you to retarget them. So by having that set up on your website and knowing that it doesn't usually happen when someone instantly sees your stuff, they're going to buy from you or buy your service or product, we're able to retarget those people so we can stay in front of them as much as possible. And then even from there, once you build a big enough audience, we can create what's called a lookalike audience. These are people that have similar traits to your audience that you want to get. And another great way to really build your ads the correct way. There's so much that goes into ad spend on social media. I know people that just try it out and they just throw money against the wall and it doesn't work. You have to be very patient. You have to have a plan, and you got to be ready to split test a bunch of different things to see what actually works. So Joe, I know we've done some variations of designs and ads. Any thoughts there on just the overall ads and the creation of those and the split testing?
Yeah, I mean, really, just to kind of echo what you kind of said at the beginning and throughout it all was just the common denominator of knowing your audience, building that character profile, having an avatar of who you're looking for. I mean, really, that's the basis of pretty much everything you were just talking about, I feel. Because if you understand what that is, then then you can apply all those tactics and strategies. So definitely step one is really understanding who that end user is, or who that end person is, and really understanding their thought process and what they're into, and kind of how to approach them. So I think that was great information for sure.
Yeah, and then the other annoying part about social media is just staying consistent and posting and posting and posting again and posting. So we all know that business owners, marketing managers out there, they got a lot going on. They got their day-to-day business to run, the relationships they got to build. So managing your social media can be daunting for sure. There's a couple different things out there. I think Joe, you discussed earlier with me, Hootsuite is one of them. Here's a quick video of our system that we've made up, the software that we've made up to handle all of our online marketing and social media. This is called the DMC Social Hub. This allows us, not only for us to have a calendar of different posts that we can put in here, we can post across multiple platforms. So instead of launching to all different individual platforms, we're able to set one up, and then we're able to launch it across LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, even Google My Business, which is extremely important to be on Google My Business with posts. They love having images posted to your Google My Business page and different content there. That's going to help out with your search engine rankings. So there's a little extra bonus in that for you. As you can see here, this lays out a whole calendar. We can provide this to our clients. They know exactly what's going on, what's getting posted when and where. So the DMC Social Hub is something that we developed to help our clients stay organized, as well as our team, to really make sure that we have a solid strategy in place to help out with social media on a regular basis. Automating, scheduling your posts, those types of things are really important to save you time, which is very precious these days. So make sure that you are using a system like that to help out. Joe, I know you don't really dabble in that side of the business, but all the posts that were up there are ones that you created. So I know that helps you internally, right?
Look, back in the heyday, I used to be the guy that had to do that, so fortunately enough, we've come a long way, and we've learned, to have people to focus on certain things, on what their strengths are. So fortunately enough now, I do get to just focus on the design of these, and we have all of our systems in place now that do all this kind of automatic posting for us and stuff like that. So man, if I'm not completely grateful for these types of systems, I don't know what it frees my time up so much. So, I definitely think it's something cool and something that a necessity, because if you don't have something like that, I mean, you need to hire a full-time employee to be posting, because it's like you said, it's every day posting. So yeah, that's definitely a huge tool to have in your
goes along well with our tagline for DMC, which is time saved, profit gained. And I think that's so important. You may have a marketing manager there. You may be doing it yourself. But just think about the other things that are probably more important than posting social media, the time coming up with the imagery, the content. So leave it up to the experts that really know what they're doing. There's plenty of different social media managers out there and companies out there. Yes, us as well. So as always, you can reach out to us and schedule a time to discuss your social media. We'll do a complimentary social media review and audit for you right now in a strategy session. You can grab us at yourdmc.com/schedule. And make sure we put your social media on autopilot. Joe, as always, I know I did a lot of talking there, but thanks for the great creative that we're putting out there for our clients. You help out with design. We've got Holly that also is helping out with design internally. And, working with our clients is just a lot of fun. They let us be creative. So thank you for all your creative work.
No problem. Thanks for having me on the team.
You got it. So remember, go ahead, figure out a strategy that can put your social media on autopilot, and subscribe to our channel for more business insight. Here's to your success.